$1 million separate myself, and I'm sure they will help you better. But the reason they reject you because they don't
That's why
see
you
what
work
they do.
them wrong.
They don't see
They're
what.
making money.
So anyhow, they don't just don't understand. And they say no to you. The problem is that they don't understand that fine. But your problem is that they don't understand. You don't understand that they don't understand. So you take it first. Okay. You know, my first A appointment, I put in the book. Have you read that book? The System Builder. My first A appointment is no. Maybe 3 straight days. You know, the first appointment is my brother-in-law who lives nearby. I take him care of his kids. He takes care of my kid. His one brother. We eat almost every other day. So how could you think that he would say no? So I took my friend and go and talk to him. It's about 15, 20 minutes, and everything that my friend say, we argue. So we are easy going guy, but this time I see the other side of my brother-in-law, he's different. So we have a policy, a whole life policy, like the face amount, very small. About 38 years ago, the face amount was 50,000. And they have accidents that benefit $100,000. So my friend explained to him that you have $50,000 insurance. And you have 100,000 accidental that benefit. He said, no, I have 150,000 protection. My parents say, this is people wrong with that. So my friend tried to say, no, this is, you have 50,000. The only, the accidental insurance they give to you, whether it's business or whatever, it's pretty cheap because they only pay if you have accident. You die because of accident cost. But 50,000 they pay for every cost. Well, the more he explains, the more he gets mad. So he said, by the end, he loses again, but he don't want to lose. So he looked at my friend and said, anyway, if I die by accident. I still get 150. Because he thinks he's very healthy, like that, the only thing he could die. So anyway, make a long story short, you can't tell my brother-in-law. I was shocked. Because I tell you, I come to him and think that he's the very first guy. He's my grand opening.
Yeah, you cannot tell the buyer. But I don't have one. You can buy $5.
And right after that's the first night, so that's the first appointment.
That's where I put my savings.
Yeah, I told my friend before I go to his house, I say, oh, this guy is easy, he uses a side pocket. It's not okay. So I go to the second one, with another best friend. Because you know what, a long time ago, we come from Vietnam, so we help each other a lot because we were poor. So he moved in, he was kind of boring living from another city, and he was from California, which is more fun. So he come to live in my house like 2-3 months before he found employment and they feel like housing and things like that. So we so close. And all vice versa, I just want to know how people in the business. But if we selling the whole house and moving the house as a gap, I lived in his house for a month, just a couple months ago. Then you have this close. So after the first appointment, I tell my friend, well, I don't know what's wrong with my brother, but this guy is good. He and I like this, we shut it down. So my friend will do the meeting about 10 minutes. Something wrong. And me too. And because he doesn't have any facial expression. What did it? And my friend asked, do you have any questions? We tried to make him move a little bit. No. So she goes for another one, like another 5-10 minutes, and still have no expression. No. You have any questions? You like to do something or whatever? Boy, man. So that's the second guy. And I walk out, and man, my heart broken. Two in the row. And then the third one. You know? I still have my hope because this one very close to. Knowing my wife, she's giant woman. You know, just like we are coming from the same village, same town, go to the same school, right? In South America, I'm close to that. And we didn't hang around because when you're at the same time, you come to America here, and you kind of like
I had some in my pocket.
get close. So I have high hopes this one going to work out. Yeah. What is it? Oh, silent. You thought you
It wasn't for you, it's for the crowd. Silence.
So this couple,
Move it.
I think I hit the jackpot. Me and my friend that come in, turned out that they have true whole life policy. He told me. So he explained a lot of times that, you know, the extra, you know, when you're young, you need a lot of responsibility, you need to have a high protection, and then you build up the cash, and then long term, when your cash build up, your responsibility go down. He do reverse. He put two policies. Somebody from whole life policy, famous whole life policy, sold him two policy for two children. But he's a parent, has no protection. So we say, jackpot. We explain it. He said, yes, you're right. You're right, I'm not a mistake. I wish that those guys explained to me like you guys. So we agree all along. So we were ready to write an app. He said, let me think about it.
Oh.
So he didn't buy it.
What's her
You're right, yep, you're right.
And later on, I find out that he go back, talk to his whole life policy, whole life guy, cancel the policy, but he don't like to pay. Because he think that he don't trust me, you know, or whatever, we don't know us. So he go to another life company, but he buy for him and his wife the policy the way we advise him.
Oh, wow.
So now, the next day I go to the fourth one.
That's a part of the business.
I mean, the first night I want to quit already.
Good thing you didn't.
I mean, that night I go home and I just say, how this thing can happen?
I know.
How could it happen? My brother-in-law. I sit there and say, I wish my wife sitting there and slap or her brother or something. I'm totally devastated and embarrassed. I thought that I'm very important. I thought that, you know, people always think about what we always do together, how did I did. I really care for family and friends. You know, but they respond to me like that way. And then the second day, I continued to do another one. There's 3 more appointments the second night. Still no. It's all very close family and friends. And the third day, I have 3 more appointments. But one canceled, I have 2 left. And still no. 8 straight day. And I ready to quit. Because it doesn't look like it's working for me, and the trainer is very efficient, very good. For some reason, I'm thinking about, you know, that I could not recover as fast as I can, like you. But I didn't die either.
Exactly.
During those 8 appointments, I looked at those things. One thing I learned, the trainers seem to be very excited even after 8 straight
Nose.
sessions. The trainer always say the same thing, good set, good job. And everything the trainer say makes sense to me. It's a good thing. Now I think about it, saying, so why those 8 people invited? Or do any business, or even show any interest? So I begin to make sense to me is that, yeah, probably it's right. My brother have a part of him that he do not like to be told. There is the other friend of mine. He's a manager of electronic firm, and he's very analytical. So, you know, it's not how his character that he acts that way. So, he's not a very exciting guy. He's like a piece of the rock. They didn't have an excitement.
Analytical.
And the third couple, they tend to be a little bit more calculated.
Gotta analyze everything.
So I concluded that all this appointment is not our problem, but it's the people. Probably they don't understand.
It must have been crazy.
So I stayed for some reason. Probably I stayed because of the appointment. I walk, even though it was as bad a situation in those 3 appointments, but luckily we have the DPM. I show up the office, and I told people about my experience. The other guy kept laughing and say, "Welcome to the club." You think you are alone? Me too. My brother, buy from me, whatever. This guy becomes successful, he becomes MD, he becomes SMD, or whatever. So I begin to feel better. He said, that's how the thing works. You know, some people, you expect them to say yes. They'll say, of the office, very positive. You know, I see people making money, I see people who receive checks, I see people get promotion. That for us to understand is about the DPM at the office, the retention of business. The recovery is about the first 7 days or the first 30 days. Okay? My case actually is not normal. The ratio of failure rate is 208 in the world. Okay? But other people may have 3-4 rejections against one say yes or something. But some people even worse. I remember one time I took a person, you know, in the 80, and I texted her for 23 appointments in a row with nothing but no.
Wow, 23.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people.
And she lasted with me for a few months, but then after that, she could not last. Well, lo and behold, actually because of the job, she get a better job and so on, they move her out of Silicon Valley. But later on, I met her, she see that my success, she really could say. You know how many people nowadays who I talked to them 30-something years ago and see what I have today? I would never say that I wish I stayed with you.
Yeah.
And don't you think you joined me 38 years ago, what you're going to be today?
Yeah.
Now, I have a long answer for a short question. but let's go back to the fundamental of this business. When you present a presentation, just do your part, just like my friend. But it's up to them to make a decision. And also, fast forward, those 8 people who say no to me in the first 3 nights, all of them eventually buy from me. And the stone face engineer become, later on join me and become my asset. Okay? What are you going to do? Even the first few months. Many of them kept them years later on they join me. A buy from me. You know? Another thing I realized too, like the third couple who agree with what I say, but buy from me and go buy from other company because they don't think I'm gonna last in this business, so why should they buy from me? So they go buy with some other company, they think they're gonna be their well-known company, even though my value was correct. But then I find that out because about 2 years later on, that couple, I talked to his brother, and his brother buy from me, and I showed what a wonderful job I do to the brother of that guy. And he confessed to me, well, you know, son, now can you sell me? Because I'm sorry, I didn't buy from you. I know that you are right, but I didn't know that you were going to last. I tried to buy from you, you were going to quit anyway, so who would have sold this? So finally I sell to that couple which is that her performance. So the moral of the story is that to me a no is always not yet, not a no. So whatever you see no right now could be another sales teacher. So when you go out talk to people, a no is as good as a yes, because if they don't buy you now, buy you next month, or buy next year, it's a good prospect for that. So those 3 nights to me was 100% close, but it's not on that night. So when you understand about the business, so when I say that they don't understand, that's why they say no to me. But it's not their problem. They don't understand. The problem is that I don't understand, that they don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't understand, I get mad, I take it personal, things like that. And I also realize that how many times people talk to me, something, and they say no to. How many of you say no to some salespeople? We do. Because we don't understand. So allow people to say no. Allow people to say, let me think about it. Your job is to keep showing people. And another thing I learned. About me. When they recruit me, the very first person recruit me, I sit in my own office. So there's a person, at the time, A.A. which is for America. The guy walked to my office and see my receptionist, at the time, I was the director of the agency. So he said, my receptionist said, I want to see the director. And my receptionist asked him, what is that for, sir? I said, I have one thing to talk to him. So she come to me and she said, sir, there's a person out there wants to see the review. Okay, we're bring him in. So I asked, who are you? I said, we are from AOEM. We are a growing company, and we're looking for some good people to work with us. And we train you, and we give you flexible time. And, you know, that's the reason we want to look for the best people. That's why I want to see you, which is your director. The guy very bold. He prospect me, he don't prospect my staff, he don't prospect my social worker, he prospect the director. Yeah, of course, somebody off the street and come and talk to me like that and say, yeah, thank you for your offer, sir, but right now, I'm too many work, I'm busy, like the usual stuff, I say no to people.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand. But he keep insisting, and like stand there, I say, well, I see if I have time, I come. So you make sure you come Tuesday night, this doesn't take you, doesn't cost you anything. What if this thing will work out for you? You are such a capable person, that's why you run this agency. Why don't you join us? Why don't you take a look to see it for you? What you got to lose? So the guy is very insistent and said, okay, just give me the address, and if this Tuesday I have time, I can show up. Of course I won't. You know, I just want to say that to let it go. So Wednesday morning he called me back and said, I'm waiting for you last Tuesday night. Oh, I said, I stand alive, right? I say, oh, you know, I was busy last night.
Yeah. No intention.
Okay, so then with this Saturday, we have a special guest in town, we're going to do it. Would you come? I say, let me see. You know, I have some things, I have a lot of work this Saturday, but if I have time, I show up. I say, no, I'll come and pick you up. I say, no, because don't pick me up because I don't know if I can be able to be there. So I keep rejecting. He says, I know your address. So I will come. Of course, Saturday I will come. But I begin to get curious, right? This guy is very excited. He keeps insisting. So by this Tuesday, by Saturday I'll show up. Monday he told me. I waited for you this Saturday morning. You didn't show. Would you come Tuesday? Guess what I said? Look, I tried, man, but you know what? Right now, my job, my family, whatever, it's not the right timing. So come on, do it. You know, whenever I'm ready, I'll call you. So that was the first time I called him. So he didn't call me back. So he insisted, and his follow-up, people will say no to him, but I still a little curious. A couple months later on, I walk out of my office. Well, because my office complex, about a week ago, there's a new people moving the office down the hallway. So I walk out of restroom. The minute I walk out, I bump into a lady, kind of like I asked her to walk there, but they were going to find out she went, she wasn't. So she said, hi. I say, hi. Who are you? She said, oh, you're just moving a week. So I say, you must be my neighbor in this building. Oh, good.
I want to enter to say thank you.
What you do? I work with the IRC, I have the refugee. I'm working with AOA, and I just newly promote regional manager, regional vice president, which is SMB. I just opened an office here, the same company again. And she said, this thing is incredible. I used to be working with the Department of Park and Recreation in the state of California. But they recruited me here and I work part-time. Now I'm very successful, so I quit my job. So I get a bit more curious. And she said that since you are working with refugees and you're looking for job and housing, well, we are looking for people to offer job on a part-time basis. Why don't you come to see if it's gonna be able to fit with some of your people? Now it's a fourth time. After 3 months, I say no. So the fourth time, I get curious. So guess what? Next Saturday, I show up. And that's what this week I know. So this is a moral story. I know throughout my career, not everyone will listen to whatever I say yes the first time. Usually, people act 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Some people act 10 times. Some people attack a few weeks. Some people attack a few months. Some people attack 10 years for me to recruit them. Like my brother-in-law, you know. My wife family never believed in what I do. My whole family, nobody. My sister, even I met Million, my sister talked to other brother in my own family and say, "Are you sure so what he do is illegal?"
Even own family.
Okay? That's my family side. And my family, after a long time, 4 or 5 years later, my own brother joined me because I paid for him the $100. But he joined, and I took him to a meeting, like a super society. So I picked him up, took him to Santa Cruz,
That's right.
and we have a good Saturday morning meeting. A lot of happy, you know, they cheering at lunchtime. I have to take care of the team, I take some of the new team member, go out to lunch, and they say, "Yeah, I go lunch with somebody, don't worry, brother." So my young brother, they go, so a little time come back, I keep looking, where's my brother? I don't see him. I keep looking, those days we don't have cell phones. So I could not find him, and finally about 2 p.m., I go home and he answered the phone. I said, "What the heck's going on? Why are you at home now?" "Oh, yeah, I listen and see a lot of people happy, but I don't understand that much. It's kind of boring to me, so there's another guy get out and go home, so I said, "Hey, try it with him." So go with another guy, go home. That's that story of my brother, to my side. And on my wife's side, they also don't believe what I do. Usually we go to my in-law family, and guess what? Kimmy Lee's father, Pierre Lee, when I sit down and say, "Go on, please don't talk about your business, okay? This family business, it was family time."
Please, please.
So he had a one door. 10 years ago. He comes from Texas, comes to San Jose. And for some reason, we meet him and he stayed at our place for a few days. He knows I'm successful. He didn't know how successful I am. And then we do something, and we just stop by the office to pick up something, so he was on the call with us, he come to the office, so we see the FedEx guy, make a dollar, we stack the box, swinging. And you see, in my office, there are a lot of boxes like that, too. So he asked, so I open the box, and I get a check, it's like $30,000 for that check on that box. Because in those years, we don't have electronics. So order check, every 3 days, there are thousands of sales from you guys, and it should have been printed out so long, every 3 days I have thousands of sales, and then, so they print it out for my check, but the check is on top, and the statement is the bottom. So the check like 30-something thousand, and they say, what?
Sure that's legal.
Is that a year? No. Is that a month? No. It's 3 days.
That'll get their attention.
So, that's what I need to. And then I start in Texas, and then how do we get to Kimmy, and now Kimmy and him. So he was an architect. Architect is a good career, but it's like a cycle career. When in real estate booming, he had a job, but it slow down, he lose job. But he worked with me, and eventually he had Kimmy join him, and eventually right now, under him, he had about 5 CEOs or more. And now, he getting old, and he sees some like $500,000 from the team. So and then Kimmy right now is like 1.5 million. Or maybe more now, I guess she's gonna get 2 million very soon. But my whole family, my wife's family, will totally before say, don't talk about this, but we just can't go. So it takes 10 years. So they say no to me for 10 years.
Oh, wow.
So when you do this business, how you deal with the no, it depends on how you understand that. To me, all the no is actually never been a no, it's not yet. Because the person who recruited me, that lady, she benefits from the 3 no that I say to the other guy. Today, some of you join because you say no to some other people, and some of us come to you at the right time. Very few people come because the very first time you tell this one. So every night I go out, I say no, I plan a seat for other people. And you going out say no, you plan a seat for me. So some of you talk to someone who say no to you maybe 6 times. I'm just happen to be the 7th guy. People keep talking to someone 5, 6 times, don't you think this person curious?
Plant the seed.
In fact, most of the people by the 3rd time, 4th time, I already know, but they get people more curious. This is the rule of advertising. You know that in Credit County. It takes 7 times for people to get noticed something important. So advertising know that if you show you a shoe, you probably don't pay attention. They show you, keep talking about 7 times. Or some people talk, man, I like this shoe, But this one very comfortable or things like that. About 7 times, probably by then. There is 70% chance that they're gonna say yes. So we are in the no business. We're not in the yes business.
I love it.
We're in the no business.
Do you understand?
Yes.
More no. The guy who get more no will also get more yes. the loser is the guy who didn't
Yeah.
know and cannot recover. You just sitting there, it lasts you several days. But if someone lasts about 2 seconds, if you say no to me, thank you very much for saying no, so I go next. Again, another, thank you very much for saying no. So tonight I go, no, 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 that will be one yes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But somehow tonight you go two no, and you're devastated, you're so depressed, and you go home.
You're done.
Which means to live your this business is about prospecting. Prospecting is go through many people, many times. That's our business. To prospect people, many, you have to prospect many people, many times. So our business is prospecting. Because you go through many people many times, and then step number two, you get some who say yes, and you have to recruit. So prospecting, recruiting, licensing, fast start, and field training, and so on. Okay? Next question.
Thank you, Coach. Before we continue, request everyone to silence their cell phones, please. Thank you. Next question. Oh, you have somebody?
I think the number one is the reception.
Hello, sir, my name is Stephanie Lewis.
How long you in the business?
Well, technically, Raquel Colborn signed me up in November 16, but I was in the busiest season with my business, and I told her to sign me up, but she will have to wait 2 months later because I have to take care of my business, but I did sign her.
It's so you.
I've been a licensed insurance agent for over a decade. All of my insurance agencies. I have a licensed agent with me. So I've only been working with full speed with the WFG for about 2.5 weeks. And I currently have about 6 recruits. One is a licensed agent and the rest are working on it. So my question is, what would be the best way for me to recruit my licensed agent? Because the issue they're having is the commission level. He said, why would you want to start something
Lower.
lower? So that's my question, sir.
Okay. Well, they have a higher personal contract, but doesn't mean they have a high contract. We have a highest contract, but we pay a good portion of the money of our contract to build it. And you look at our compensation, we pay the highest personal contract is 65%, which is SME. And now we have 35% left. Out of $100 of commission, we pay $65 to the SMB. Now we have $35 left. We pay $27.50 into first duration, 12%, second duration, 8%, third duration, 6, and 3, and 2, and 1. You follow me? So that makes 27.5. So you have 7.5 left, which is we call golden. So that makes up 100%. So our contract pay 65. Now, the whole life industry, New York Life, they don't even pay 65. They pay, more likely 55. Why? Because they also pay the district manager a portion of that money. Out of $100, they pay out maybe $90 because $10 they have to keep because they have to provide the office and the support, and that's why New York Life. You're working with New York Life, you're an agent, you don't have to pay for anything. But, well, there are no free lunch. In fact, you don't pay for anything, that's why they pay you only 55%. And also, who's gonna train you? There are only 2 guys train you. Actually, only 1 guy train you is the district manager. He most likely gonna make 20% on top of what you do. And also on top of the district manager, there is another, we call it GM, the general manager, who oversees many districts. That guy also make money overseas. So it's in the way, it's like they are SMD and there's another layer called EMD and the CEO of New York Life oversees EMD. You call me so-called. But they still make up that $100. The BFG is, we pass $100 to every one of you, but we say to you this, we will pay you to personal abuse, which is, to me, is higher than many whole life companies, because they pay 55, we pay you 65. But we pay you more if you build. Because where the guy don't have this, you build 1 person, you get 12%. First year raise. You build 10 people under you. So tonight, you're going to make 1 sale, you make 65. But you have 10 guys that you build, and this is going to make 1 sale. You make 10 times of 12, which is 120% more. You follow me? But that's not over. Let's say 10 of those guys do 5 generations. And you get paid of the second generation is 8%. So now you have 5, which is you have 50 second generation. Tonight, make 1 sale together with you. So you make fixes. 65, 10 of your guys bring you 120, but 50 of them bring you 8. 50 bring you 8, you make another 400. So this is the beauty of our comp. So why the world of people want to stay there, get 55%? Or if in your case, you have your own agency, and you're probably going to get a contract. You cannot get a contract higher like us because you're a small agency. We are a big force people. We have 60,000 licenses. We get a better contract. But we pass out everything to all of us. So in your contract, you still probably going to pay the guy maybe 70% or 80%. You keep some. But that's it. If he sell, he eat. If he don't sell, he don't eat. We make money here because we sell, we make money, but our team sell, we make more money. I'm sorry. That's why my sales make a difference. There's no way any one of the salespeople can make personal sales and make millions. There's no way I can make this kind of income by personal sales. So people, why you or why the licensed agent out there should work with the BFG? Because BFG paid the biggest cut on first to six. To me, the biggest negotiation for us is not in the 65%. The biggest is in 12, 8, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So when you recruit those people, first of all, everything is about understanding. First, you understand first. If you understand now, you are very excited to be here. Okay? So you should share what you understand to those people. You don't have to say anything more, you have anything less. To me, recruiting is about sharing honestly what you know. Because people join because of the honesty of the presenter, not people buy anything, whether it's join the conversation or buy the product, because they see in your eyes, they see through you that how honest you represent it. And you think this is something you believe in, just tell them that. I mean, we are not the only company in the world. There's so many other companies out there. Each one of them say they have the best charm. You know, you think that Pepsi-Cola is going to say, no, Coca-Cola is the best. We are the second one. You think that Toyota say, Lexus say, no, we are the second company. Mercedes or Rolls-Royce is better. No.
No.
The Lexus guys say, we have the best car in the world.
Of course.
You know, you pay too much money with a low quality than they do other company. And also they say, guy, you know what? All of that is baloney. Mercedes is the best. Our track record, our safety, our everything, our long lasting. Other brands claim that they have high tech, whatever, but they're not as safe as us. You put the more bang to the buck with Mercedes. There come BMW, then, no. I'm better than the older guys. Because not only we are safe, sound, but our performance is no match. And then the Rolls Royce come in and say,
Oh, God.
come on, all those guys say that because they cannot afford us. So everybody gonna sell that thing. All you want to do is just look at the track record. Look at the facts. Okay? And during this process, somebody from company A or B, every day on your email, there's somebody gonna say, hey, you know, we have company. They always put you on email. There's somebody gonna call you, somebody gonna wait in the parking lot. They wanna recruit you. And you think they'll say, oh, you know, we have to be better, but you should join me. No, they say, even a big company out there say, we have better, we pay you more. Well, a lot of people don't understand, they're going to buy, and they're going to pack the bait. Because most people don't understand what is the cost. You're going to say, oh, we pay 65, but we pay 70. Right now, you work with UFG, you know, you're only 35%. Why do you know me? I double you 70%. Even better than your S&D. So you take the bait, you go there, and you find out that even you get 70% contract, but nobody train you, nobody support you, you are a lonely sales agent, you don't have any recruit, how long you last? You last for about 3 months and you disappear anyway. And by the way, in order for you to do MD 65, you have to start with us very low. Do you know that? Many people start 25%. And then we do 330 and we will back to you to 35%. And some of you do 10, 30 or something like that. And you guys back them to like 45%. Is that correct? Why? a system. Because it's not a sales agent like you, I talk about brand new people like me. I come as a social worker background. If nobody is gonna help me, how do I know anything? Many of you here nurses or housewives or you come from all kind of work, or some of you engineer. What do you know about this business? So the beauty of business is the training. Now let me ask you. You are trainee, you like people to help you, do you?
Yes.
But you want to fail. Or you tell people, hey, you train me. But come on, you know, I'm looking nice, you know, train me free. Well, from a standpoint, if you are trained up, you love people, but you want to work for free, month in, month out, or you want to get paid. I was confused about that. You know what? I always a nice guy, I want to help people, but every night I go back and my wife asks, what did you do last night? I train people. So she asked where's the money? Because my wife expects me to bring up
Moolah, the bacon,
some bread.
bread.
So this is the beauty of the system. If you understand it, you'll be excited about our system because someone come in. You don't know how to fish. You go out with me, I show you how to fish. I take you to see 10 people. Out 10 people, 7 are saying no, but 3 say yes, for example. So I have to. But you watch me to work for 10 appointments minimum. And I was able to make 10 presentations. You go with me and you see me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 presentations. After the 10 presentation, I recruit 3 people for you. You say, oh, I know now how to recruit people. I watch you. So I'm doing it 10 times. You follow me? So the first recruit, I have to. Do I make any money on that? 0. I don't make money on recruiting. So now, if those people, they want to learn about a product, then I'll make 10 more presentations about sell products, right? So you see me do 20 sales, 20 presentations. And I make 3 recruits and I make 3 sales. I put in days and days and weeks and sometimes money to make 330 for you. Don't you think my wife expects me to make some money? So my contract is 65%, and you get 25%, and I make 40%. It's a win-win situation because you earn some, I earn some. And my wife would let me every night going out train people. And now, after you see 20 presentations and you have 3 recruits and 3 sales, you probably learn how to fish now. So, you let me to make some over. I wish I earned it. I didn't take anything from you. I worked my heart out. I live my family. And I sure pour my heart out to make sure that you know everything. Now you have 330. You know how to sell yourself. Now you're licensed and work out money by yourself. And now you do. Maybe a few months later you become like me. You become MD, you become SMD. Now you go back to tech other people and you train. Now you're going to be in my shoe now. You train people, you do 20 presentations. Do your husband expect you to make some money? So same thing. Is the system applied to me, applied to you, applied to anybody? Because our systems say that, hey, pour your heart out, take them out, do 20 times in the next 20 to 30 days, and show them how to do 3-3-30. And you get paid some, he get paid some, but he learned everything that you trained him. And after I train you, do I stand by for you to continue to support you? Yes, I am. Whatever you need, you call me. So our system is being worked out. You know, I spent a lot of time explaining about outcome. Then most people out there don't understand about outcome. Okay, a lot of guys come in and tell you, hey, I don't know why you get paid 25%. Why don't you get higher percentage? Yeah, you get higher percentage, but you don't train nobody, now you get higher percentage, and you don't know how to make a sell yourself. 70% of zero is zero. And I am 65, and I train you. Now you begin to do something, I make override. So my comp is for building. The other comp is for personal sales. So remember, you have to understand, we are a building company. We pay to train people, and we pay to supervise people, which means that's why we have override. The override is the important part, the most important part of our income. So you go to this business, you know why most other systems out there never make it? Because they don't have a support system. To me, it's the system, the support system, that create this business. You talk about McDonald's, or you talk about Jollibee or whatever.
Filipino yun eh.
I like the chicken. The chicken is better than KFC. But the system is what makes this organization, because you go to business for yourself, but not by yourself. There is a lot of people always available backup and support. And you know what, you are an SMD, you make some money on your teammate, but no, you have to have expenses, you have to have support. That's what you get override. And then, you know, people like us will override you right now, but Maricel, she organized this thing to support you, to build your business. Because, you know, she invited people like me, I'm making some money on you. In fact, no, because you're more than 6 years. I do make some little bit because of the, I get that so-called SABC bonus on you, so I make like, each one you make shell, I make one peanut. I'm peanut, I don't make me full, so. So anyway, recruiting licensed people is a tricky part. Because they always think that I have this contract, why I have to go start lower. So that's their problem. And also, recruit salespeople are always difficult too. Whether you sell real estate, you sell cars, you sell whatever, it's not always easy. Because salespeople always think that they know already. You know, in the sales business, so when you come in, you say,
Because they think they know already.
From the start, they say, no, I've been selling for 10 years now, why do I want to learn? No, you know how to sell. But this business is more than sales. Sales is maybe, to me, is 10% business. 90% business is about building organization. It's just like to build 100 McDonald's franchise. Oh, I know how to cook burgers. No, just 10% business. is about cooking. 90% business is about training, follow-up, organizing, building, meeting, convention, a lot of things. So you go to business, boil down to this question for you. Are you in this business as an agent or as a builder?
Builder.
Are you in the business as a coach or as an owner? Well, remember that, because a lot of times you're missing between two things. But is the owner need to know how to cook sometimes? Yes. In fact, most owners need to know how to cook very well, because when you need, you can always go to the kitchen. When your team needs trainer, you jump in and train your team.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I explain people, the nicer people, the way you understand. If you don't understand, bring somebody who understands more. That's how those guys are in the market. You can have somebody here, maybe you have somebody, or maybe you can have him, or myself, or whoever.
Yung asawa ko, grouchy rin kanina.
Because
Nag-ubay ka na lang sana.
I think we should leverage the strength of each other. That's why we have our system of support. So you feel like, okay, I think maybe I need somebody to explain to this licensed agent, whatever. Well, somebody here will be able to do it. Or you can take them to our training academy to explain how the compensation people work. Or you can, whatever, there's many things. But I want to tell you that even though you're coming from the sales background, but our market is the general market. Very few sales people, but our market is the social worker, the accounting, the nurses, the doctor, the lawyer, the CPA. We have all kinds of people. So even though you from that background, but don't hang up on that background. Just like people in certain profession, you always say, oh yeah, you know, all the nurse or bees, they have 2 jobs, whatever. No, not all the good can be nurses. Or engineers say, oh, all the engineers think too much. They analyze everything. No, you don't recruit all engineers, because eventually you'll recruit other kind of people. Okay? Does that answer your question?
That's a lot.
Are you okay with that question? Nice.
I got one. My name is Mike Henry. I'm a Trent. Okay.
Good morning, Mike Henry, Training Associate, San Antonio, Texas. First, I'd like to say congratulations on protecting so many millions of families and helping so many families, and undoubtedly throughout building such a huge and successful business. I know that you've probably had sustained or experienced many challenges throughout those years. So what's your greatest challenge, and what was your solution to those challenges that you sustained or maintained over those years?
Okay. My greatest challenge is me. My second greatest challenge is my wife.
Me and the wife.
The rest, have no challenge.
No?
Yeah. This business is about me. I wake up in the morning, I can wake up and say myself, it's a wonderful day, let's go put on the fight. Or I wake up with no purpose, no goal, I wake up and say, what am I doing today? I am the problem. I didn't know that my problem, it took me a long time to know that this business is all about me. But I used to get mad with my brother-in-law, my friends, they don't join me, whatever. But I can try to warn, they are what they are.
Yes.
People say no, and say no, and people say yes, and say that. It's me how I think about it, how I feel about it, my attitude toward it. Just me. But the other one is more important, is my wife.
Yeah.
My wife also thinks differently. She says, what the hell are you getting into? I was depressed, and she throws in more cold ice into my depression.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first time see the business, Saturday morning, I go see the presentation at 10 o'clock. I was so excited by the time I get home about 12. I said, honey, you're gonna be rich. My wife said, okay. She said, are you sure?
Exactly me.
And all kind of things that she said over the years. And after 4 months business, one day I make, this is the boat. 4 months business, I made a presentation to my best friend from Thomas. Now he's the manager of an electronic company. I'm waiting for that day, his birthday, and I wait for everybody to go home. And I intentionally stay late so that I have a chance to talk to him, to recruit him. So I start talking and flip the flip chart. My wife, about a few pages, she told me, hold on. I say, she said to me, what are you doing? I said, I'm recruiting him. And she asked, to do what? I said, to do the business. What business, Sean? Making money. And my wife said, but where's the money?
Right? That's why you're building it.
Yeah.
So I started recruiting with the guy. We fight.
Right. God.
How can you embarrass me in front of my friends? I started. You're not fair. You're crazy. A couple looked at me like, what the hell is going on with this guy? He tried to recruit me some business, and his wife told me that he don't make a dime.
Right in front of the coffee. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's,
Right?
So I told her that, man, we get to the car, we find our way to home, and I said, how can you do that? Man, I tried to recruit so hard, and I missed my chance, and you just screwed me right in front of my friend. And my wife said, well, but is that true that there is no money in this business? So I said, you're wrong, but that night I sleep. I look at Celia and say, she's wrong, but she's right.
she's right. Yeah.
So I said, this animal, sleeping with this animal.
That's motivating.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna prove to you. That's right.
Exactly what he's going to.
After that
She was the
time,
motivator.
I started making money.
Yeah.
And that's when I start making money.
That's what he told me. He told me that I'm going to get it, and I believe it. That's what he told me today.
Present,
You have to show me make a
present,
Money.
and then you buy.
I said, I will.
Usually people don't buy. But you say, let me think about it. It's okay. Think about it. I do presentation, I present this, and they just always, they only evaluate the issues and they say, do you have any more questions? So, I never close, because I have never had the intention to close. But now I am facing the pressure for that enemy.
Yeah.
I gotta win over.
That's right.
I also know that I think my days is number, because I think I'm trying to do this thing for another few months, that will be the enemy going to send me the ultimatum.
That's right. Make money or stop.
So I know that I have to deliver, and then, so now I go out the field with a different mindset. And I have to learn to close. And guess what? I close. And over the year, we always have challenge. You know, a lot of time I do the business. I'm on the field, I know the situation. My wife is at the home office. The other guy, they don't get something from me. They always have a, so do this, so do that, whatever. They give different stories. So go home, I always have arguments. Oh, why you so up with people? Why you so dependent, whatever. So they're always that kind of thing. So to me, the hardest part of business is about how I think. You know what? I think about quitting every day.
It's fine.
It's not
I
easy.
wanna quit.
Especially when I fight with her, I want to quit more. Especially when my business go down to the hill, and we have all kind of problems, not only downline problems, but the biggest problem I have is family problem. And the most important thing is that there is always inside of me a dark cloud in my head, always saying, are you sure you can make that? Would you lie? Who will believe in you? You know, today is not too late. Why don't you just cut your lost short? Just get out, go back to your job, because if you hang around here too long, you're going to be embarrassing yourself. Because nobody believes in you.
Exactly.
I go to this 1 year, 2 years. Most people join me. No people I talk say no. People who join, they don't get licensed. People who get licensed, they don't sell. And people who get licensed, sell, they quit. And some people get licensed, they sell, they stay, they become MD, they quit. People give left and right every day. Every time I have a meeting, convention like that, the best guy, I hope, I pray the guy gonna show up, is exactly the guy who always have a problem last minute and I'll show up here. I want to quit every day. And I tell you, if I quit, my wife very happy. I can see it in her face, see, I told you so. Business is never easy for people like me or you or our family. We're not prepared for business. You know, deep down I want to make money, but that's simply I never prepare for business. Most other people go to business, they prepare for it. They prepare for several $100,000. They prepare for their skill. They prepare for the toughness for the business. I never prepare for this. I pay $100, things and everything. I say, I'm gonna recruit 10, who recruit 10, who recruit 10, I'm gonna fill 1,000 people on the day, right? It doesn't work that way. In fact, I recruit 10, only one guy joined, and one guy joined afraid. I told around and disappeared.
Oh, gosh.
Don't you think that I'm a Superman? Do you think I have doubt every day like you? You know, the number one that's killing me every day for the 28 years, especially in the early days, that you sure you can make it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You see, can you last this one? How are you going to last this one, son? Grip on. And also all the friends, the relatives, the in-law, everyone expect me to quit.
You're not making money.
Every time I sit down and say, we didn't see you. And you know, go to party once in a while, you know, after several months, they show up one time and say,
So good, right?
oh, are you still with that thing?
Yeah, you're still doing that
Mas
financial
masarap
thing.
kaysa sa ano, sa golden house.
And they never want you to talk about that thing with them. You feel very, very lonely in the crowd. It seems like they condition you. They isolate you.
Mike, Carol,
They question you. I never prepared for that. Also, my wife never prepared for that. She lived in the world that, oh, you know, my husband will be home tonight, and I gotta do the cooking, he watch the kids, and then, you know, after that, you know, we take care of a little bit of the children, things like that, we go sleep, and the next day we go to work. We are born that way, we're happy that way, why we want to rock and roll? Now I go to business, and every night I'm not there.
Yeah.
The kid is sick, and she wears one. There's something broken in the house, wears one. I remember, also I wrote a book. There's one I dropped out, and I go to this business, and I get busy, and I never see anyone, and my wife told me one day that make sure that this Saturday you must be home because my brother, my family, flying from Texas, Nebraska, wherever, then my father anniversary, like 60 years old, and you must be there because you've been missing the family for months and years, and I see you. Because my wife has to go to those parties, you know. That's only parties in America, almost everywhere.
Yeah, for everything.
And every time she goes, and they always ask, where's one? I even say to her that, so now you do money a lot, no. It's just like, he's in the money, forgot about wife and kids. So my wife is known like the single lady. So that day she told me, well, I know that you're missing many other parties, but not this party because it's important for my family. I say, okay. I guarantee you one, I'll be there. So put on a big block in my agenda, be home by 5, okay? 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock is that party, so 5 o'clock is plenty of time. So knowing most things, you know, I go now about business, knowing tonight I'm gonna be home at 5 o'clock, before 5 o'clock. Guess what? Things always happen. Saturday, we begin in the morning, we finish about noon time, And there's a bunch of guys, you can ask questions, and right after that, we have appointment, we have the home BPM, we do some home BPM, and then people ask questions, I answer, and I support the team, I do home BPM, and we finish almost 5 p.m.
Wow. Okay.
Done. And then I get a card, somebody goes, oh, what do we have one more question?
Oh, God.
And this is a new recruiter.
Here we go.
Start the talk, right?
No.
So then I get home. Literally. You know, almost 6 o'clock. But the party's 7. So I know that I'm still plenty of time, right?
Good, good.
So I walk to the house. The garage open.
Oh no.
She dressed up,
Oh.
ready to go. All my 3 children dressed up very nice for the party. And I'm running. And I park the car and say, hey, I'm home. Give me a few minutes. I change the clothes, ready to go to grandma home. So, her face looks better. Then I go up, and then I come down, half an hour later, 6:30, ready to go. The minute I get the key, about to go to the garage, pack down the road, ring, 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 ring.
Oh, no, don't answer, don't answer.
The guy who had an appointment tonight said, son, can I have a quick question? What are you gonna do? It's a first sale. So I have a client, I have a question about the sales, I have to answer. So I told just a minute, okay? So I answered. And I answered, I said, okay. So then he talked to the client. And the client said, but I have this question. So next thing I know, I answer and question and answer. And I'm done. Before sale. And also the house so quiet.
Oh, there you go.
I walk out, nobody home. They laughed.
I understand now.
You know what? I never been so angry in my life. You know, for the whole day, since yesterday, I worried about this of that party. I worried from early morning. I worried every second hour. I worried until 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 6:30, and now I fell. I was angry. I mean, I was so mad, feel fire come on my head, and I stand right there in the dark, in the garage. All of a sudden, the devil showed up. He said, you know what, son, I agree with you. She's too much. That woman. That woman is just
My biggest struggle is my wife.
It sounds funny now, but it's actually what it is, you know? All the hell broke loose in my head, and the devil tell me, look, how the world so unfair for people like you? You know, most other guys don't go to work, or they go to work and enjoy, they spend money, and they play football. They drink, they do all kinds of things. You Don't do anything like that, you just work. And then your in-law don't like you, your wife doubt about you. And your kid now look at you like, how did she do that to you? Right? So what we gonna do, like me? I sit there in the dark, and I was so angry, say, so to hell with it. You know, I'm giving up. I mean, I'm not gonna make you family happy anymore. I cannot make you happy. I'm not gonna show up there. So you want to party? Go party. I sit there for about 10 minutes, and then also the angel come out. And we have a little talk. And the angel say, you know what, you have to understand her side. She's been under the family pressure, friend pressure, they've been ridiculed her for many months. And she told you, just for this one. But you still mess it up. So I get on the car, drive to her father's house, and walk in and say, "Hello, everybody." sorry. Just act like nothing. And I move on.
Yes. Beautiful.
You know, many of you are going to go through things like me. You're going to find that hardship. You're going to have a fight. Because our family never prepared for this. And my whole in-law, my own family never prepared for this. They always think this thing is not a business. Had I put $1 million to go to buy a business, they would have no problem. I can be late at a time. In fact, I walk in at a restaurant and I show up 7, 8 o'clock. They say, then my wife said, "Oh yeah, we have to close the restaurant, Daddy, with whatever, right?" But because of this freaking business, nobody take it seriously. And yet, I begin to make $100,000. But they always treat it like a pyramid scheme. That's why people like our family never prepare for business. Because we are not putting money into it. Because we are not taking this thing seriously. So, who caused that? Is it my wife's fault? Part of that? Is that my law fault? Part of that? No, nobody's fault. Is it my fault? I can't control it. I cannot answer my people's call. You know? The guy out there is, that cell could be a critical magnet for a bracket for him, right? I have no right not to answer him. So, you have to understand, and hopefully you know that we are not prepared for this. A lot of people like us, and also a lot of our spouses, never prepare for this. And that's why many families in America, even though they are capable couples, but they never be prepared to be in business, and they never get business. They end up their life working for someone. You don't work for yourself, it's tough. You know, at the same time, her brother going out open like a mini blind, like blind and shade for a window, and he have to mortgage his house. Of course, he have all the excuse in the world, because if he don't like it, he cannot pay the bill, he have a big warehouse to pay, he have all kind of things. And nobody say anything because it's a business. For me, they think that it's not a business. Of course, today, nobody say that they question on this anymore. But it's not early day. But when you're early day, when you still struggle to survive, get ready. That's why sometimes your spouse needs to be in the meeting here. Because many of you come here and then you go home and you're gonna feel lonely because there's the other hand is sleeping next to you. They never take this business seriously. And then the kid too. So one day I told my wife, you know, you have two choices to tell the children. When I'm away, I go to travel. Either you're going to tell them, they ask where daddy, you say, going to tell them, I don't know, he's going to work somewhere. Or you tell them, dad is going out helping people. You have that choice.
Yeah.
Yes, you know, it's not easy, but I'm not complaining about it. I just tell you the fact of things, you know. Look at a lot of people, all the things that I tell you, it looks terrible, but actually it's the easiest business in the world because think about other business. My sister also opened a restaurant in shopping mall food court. You're not monkey with that type deal. Your store has to open exactly at 9 a.m. and no matter what business, you have business or not, you cannot close early, you have to close exactly at 9 p.m. 364 days a year.
It's in the mall.
All right, whether you're sick or you have problem in your house, you have wedding, you have funeral, you have anything, you have to open and close, otherwise penalty upon. Shopping mall do not take excuse. And she do that restaurant for 3 years, losing money, and walk away from it. And because she put a lot of money into that thing, she cannot mess around. So no matter what, she always show up at 9 o'clock and always leave at 9 p.m. Usually don't 9 p.m. After that, she still hang around for a little bit, and she don't show up at 9. She show up at 6, 7 because she has to prepare for the opening. And that's like for 3 years of my kidding. And that was okay. And we go bankruptcy with that business. But me, man, I get beat up like you can't believe, but every time beat up, I say, the worst of me is still the best of them. Because I didn't lose any money. All I have to do is just now I just know that I'm in the business. I need to prepare for business. I need to prepare my wife for business. And I tell my wife, and I have talked to my wife, and luckily, eventually she go to meeting, and eventually, she become, in fact, she more gung-ho than me. But it's process. It's faster if you know this is a business, it's a big business. Your spouse got to know this is a business, this is a big business. But if you don't know this, and the way you work here, you act like a small business, or sometime business, a part-time, you show up when you like, you don't show up when you don't like, Sometimes you come early, most of the time you come late. You get a license. Instead of you take it about 3 weeks, take you 3 months to get a license. Then what you expect about your wife or your husband thinking, you're not prepared for big business. And you come here, you don't make money. Just like me, 4 months I'm making money. What do you think my wife think? Yeah, that money every night, but we don't go out the field. We just thinking and worrying and dancing around, and we love to talk about something and we give excuses, but we never take action. So we create our own problem because we behave like not a business. But you're a business, you've got to work every day. In business, you have to work hard. In business, you have to be positive. In business, you have to be very aggressive. In business, you have to accept no. And you have to, in business, you have to learn. It takes months and years to learn business. In business, you have to invest. Not only money, but you have to invest a lot of time. You have to get experience. But you don't prepare for that. You don't understand that. Well, if you're not ready for it, you think your spouse will be ready for it. All right. Other questions?
All right. Coach, we do have a question from the crowd. How could you explain for people that say this business is like multi-level pyramid type of
That's
business?
what I'm gonna ask. That's what I'm gonna ask. That's
No, because they understand, right?
uh-huh.
Let me ask you, if a multi-level and Macmillan, would they do that?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Is
saying.
that multi-level is a crime?
It's multi-level crime.
So, how do I explain that? I tried, man. Over the years, I tried many ways. You know, in fact, I go to classes that teach how to handle okay. The first question always, well, the first three questions is that how to answer people ask, is that a pyramid scheme? Is that correct?
That's what I wanna ask.
And my own life teach me, my son life teach me how to answer that, they teach me all kinds of things. Explain to me, well, yeah, you know what, look, you know, we are recruiting one pyramid scheme because in every company they're only the lowest level, the assembly line people, and there's the supervisor, and there's the manager, and there's the vice president, and the CEO. So just like a pyramid, isn't it? Or like in U.S. military or whatever, you know, we have a soldier, then we have a captain, then we have blah, 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 to the general. Is that a pyramid? So we try to explain to those guys. So every time those guys ask, I explain my teacher them. Still they don't join, man. It's weird. And when I answer them, and they still don't join. So later on they teach me another thing, you know. Many other ways to answer, you know. Ask them back. What kind of pyramid you talking about? Yeah, so is that the one in Egypt? Or the one like, you know, the U.S. military or the corporation or whatever? Or is that the one that you talk about, you know, you reach someone or you train them and you make some money, whatever? Which one is illegal? Is that you talk about that? And still, after I explain all these things, the guys still don't join. So I learned something. People ask, essentially, they're not really, they want to talk about a pyramid scheme, or people tell me, hey, Swan, sounds like a good business, but why don't you do it? And when you make money from that, hell, what's the difference? It's a form of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So he rejected, but instead of saying rejection, he said he left the pyramid scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I answer him, he would join, but he wouldn't. So why I waste my time to answer those people? I can look at his eyes. So that I tell you, I learned a story in my career. They talk about making excuse. There's a guy, he's a neighbor. He always to him, his neighbor come to him and borrow the lawnmower. One time, two times, he give up. But year after year, he never buy a lawnmower, he borrowed it. He get mad. But you know what to say, because he's a nice guy. One day, he don't know what to say to him, he don't have any excuse. He tried to say, you know, I don't have it, but you know what? He have to do his own, so the guys next door, he see it, he has it. So one day, Contra boy is so mad, the neighbor asked him one more time, and he said, no, I can't let you borrow my lawnmower. He said, oh, what's the problem? What's the reason? So he ran out of reason, this type of guy saying, because the bird of sing. So the neighbor go home. 2 minutes later, he come back and say, what the bird of sing on the tree have anything to do with the lawnmower? It doesn't matter. I said it's an excuse. I said I want to loan you the lawnmower anymore. It's been many years already. Now I got it. When you go out the field and how many times people ask you this, that, whatever, and you spend hours and hours and explain to the guy, and the guy still don't join it, he don't buy, whatever. Or the guy says to me, oh, I'm busy. You know the guy not busy. Whatever they throw it. There's no excuse. When people don't want to do something, they just say something. You think you invite me to do something and I can say, I don't like what you do. No, I'll not say it. I'll say I'm busy. It's not really that busy because I don't like what you do. So over the year I learned those stuff. I said, don't bother to answer those things. The more I answer, the more wasting my time with their time. They always say no and that. Mm-hmm. So I say, the best way I can do is create anything like that. I said, look at him and say, is that a business giver? I just say, I mean, I tell you, it's a wonderful business. I've been doing this thing and I'm very happy and very successful. I hope you take a look. Then I go. Because he tried to make us feel I have to defend, I'm miserable, I defend, we are not pyramid. No. I said, look at him and smile and say, you know what? This is good business. Because America is a powerful company, man. And I'm very excited about what I'm doing. I hope you take a look through it. I don't answer whether I feel it or not, it's wasting his time, my time. This is good business, isn't it?
Yes.
And you enjoy it, isn't it?
Yes.
Then you shut down then. Okay, any other
Hello,
questions?
Coach. Madeline here. My question, Coach, is like two parts. The first one is for the New York group or the new person joined our event today. What is your 3 tips to them going back? Going back to the real world, what would be the 3 things, your tips for them? And for those that are licensed now, what will be your 3 tips to them, Coach, to change your life?
Okay. Well, it's good. I think that's the last question also. There's a confusion for me. What I like to say, I have 1 hour left, and I'm going to get out here if I don't want to talk. Oh, you know, the clock is 50 here, so I thought I had one hour, right? Yeah, so I have 1 hour, so I finished 1 hour. Okay, so I have 1 hour, I have until 1 o'clock. 12:30, okay, good. All right, so then you can have lunch. How I send you out here? Let's back to the fundamental business, step number 1. Prospecting and recruiting. Prospecting, contacting. Right now, one of the things that you need to do is walk out here. In fact, right now, you gotta, tonight, if you have scant time, those men, whether you just join or you join your 5 year already, you make a prospect list. Prospect list, you have to make it all the time, every day, every 3 days, you have to update it. So you want to walk out here with some potential, because you'll be excited. What are you going to do? You got to walk out and talk to people. Who you talk to? Do you have a name? To start with a prospect. Prospect list. Share list. You know anything about the counter? How many names do you have in your counter? You go back to your counter and see who you need to talk again. You come out here, who you talk to. You gotta have a prospect list, whether a new list, which is don't have that many, but you gotta look back to the counter to see how many people in the counter, and how many of your team will have the name. So step number 1. And then you talk to them, and you do follow up. You follow up many people, many times. How many times?
Many.
Minimum 7 times. Make sure the people say no, and then a couple of days later come back and make sure they say no again. After they say no about 3-4 times, they get curious. Especially maybe some people will listen to somebody else before you talk to them 3 times, say no. Now you do another 3, becomes 6.
One more time.
And you go to one more time. Or you visit them, or you stop by, you show them a blue book. Do something. You have to increase the ability of prospecting. You get a lot more no, but you will get a lot of yes. Let me ask you this. How many of you are part-time with us? Still part-time?
I think me.
Raise your hand if you're still part-time. Part-time. Okay, maybe 80% or more, 90%. I have a job description for you. I pay you for a job. How I like to pay you $100,000 part-time? Work part-time with me. Would you take it? Yeah. And do a simple thing. Just prospecting people. 1 or 2 people a day. I pay you $100,000. You like it? Yeah. Sure. I have a 4-hour part-time job for you in that day. I pay you $1,000. Part-time. Work about 3-4 hours a day. Talk to 2-3 people. Contact them. Follow up. 2-3 people a day. Instead of the 3, just 2. You contact and follow up about 2 people a day. Sometimes you get 3, sometimes you get 1, you average about 2, you have 60 people a month. What the likelihood of 60 contacts and follow up? What the likelihood of how many recruits you're going to recruit? Remember, this is a job, you have to go to work every day. What the likelihood how many recruits you're going to get? Our 60 contacts and follow up. Give me a number. Huh? 10? 12? Give me a number, just don't say more than 60? 60 contacts, 60 recruits? No. Huh? No, I'm just saying that your job is I pay you a salary of $100,000 a year, provided you do this for me, for your job, you talk at least about 2 people a day. About our business. In 30 days, in a month, you have 60 people, you talk, you follow up 60 people. What the likelihood, how many recruits you will get out of those 60 people? 10, 15, 5,
3, 6.
Okay, the lady said 3, which is the whole scenario. Is that correct? You agree with me?
Yes.
If you would go out and talk and recruit people every night about this business, some say no, most of them say no, think about it, whatever. I don't know how to sell, I don't have time, when you make money, come back see me, blah, 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 blah. But once you're going to get 3 recruits, right? You agree? If you do it every day. Hey, some of you may get 10, but let's say 3. Now, you have 3 recruiters. Usually, out of 3 recruiters, you have a good trainer who with you on yourself. You are an MD, an SFD. You have 3 recruiters. Normally, if you take 3 recruits out, how many sales you're going to make out of 3 recruits? Some of them are going to run 10-10, some are going to run 3-3, some are going to do something out 3 recruits. Some do it 0, but on average 3 recruits, how many sales you make? Let's say 2 per recruit. So you have 3 recruits, 6 sales from 3 new recruits in a month. Maybe you don't do it, but your online going to do it for you. But if you do it, you license, you do it. Some people you make 5 sales, some people you make 1 sale. But out of 3 people, you probably going to have 5, 6 sales. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Likely, yes.
You go to this business, you have to have that we call estimate. Let's say you open a restaurant or any business, you estimate. I open this restaurant with this 100 tables. My estimate that today, the whole day, I have about 100 chairs, but let's say one scenario, I have only 1 person sit on that on the whole day. Or maybe sometimes you guesstimate, man, the restaurant think about a turnaround for 1 chair, one is about 3 times. Maybe 1 time at lunch, or 1 time, 2 times at dinner, whatever. So you estimate that I'm going to have 200 customers a day, so that I'm going to pay my rent and my staff, whatever. So the turnaround. So you have to have a guesstimate, otherwise in business. This is an estimate. So my estimate is if I make that many effort, I'm gonna have 3 recruits, and definitely gonna have more than 5, 6 sales. In the worst scenario. So if I make 5, 6 sales, what kind of income of production I would get? The average of the company right now is roughly about $3,000 per sale. Is that correct? Or less or more? What do you average?
Yeah, 3,000.
Huh? About 200? So don't you think that you have to hit 15,000 points? Hello?
Yes, yes.
You are giving that, both prospects and contact. And don't pay attention about the sale. Just pay attention to the recruit. You get to recruit, the sale will follow.
That's right.
Correct?
Yes, yes.
Elmo?
Elmo.
I thought they called Selma. Akala ko. Sabi ko, ha? You know him?
Okay. Pretty good 15K. Have you out the field every night? Every day, whether day or night, you do about 2 contacts.
That's everything.
But you're gonna get paid. Out 15,000 production personal. How much you make? You're an SMD, you make $7,500. No, you're an MD. MD, you make $7,500. Is that correct? Is that about $90,000? Multiply 7.5 to about 12, how much is that? $90,000. If you're SMD, how much do you pay? Get paid 65% of 15,000. 9,700 multiplied by 12, how much you make? 117,000. I just described you an income of 100,000, then somewhere between 90,000 to 117. But you know why you don't make that money? Do you know why? You just don't go out of field every night or so. If you go out of field every night and you don't make that money, if you do what I just tell you, I know every one of you will make $100,000 part-time. If you want to field every night, or some of you may have a night job, you go out every day, you have to talk to people a day. That's our business. Our business is talking to 2 people a day.
2 people a day.
Well, if you don't talk about 2 people a day, then you don't have it. There's a number of business. Now, if you do 315, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, I'm talking about part-time and 100,000. If you go full-time, That's a different story. And if you go full time and you build a few people doing that, that's a big income. Personally, you have a base shop. If you have two more guys do like you, it's 45,000 points. And you're 65% contract, and you do 15,000 points like yourself, and you have two guys in your team who do 30,000 points, in the base you make at least about 25% of 30,000. So 20% of 30,000, or 25% of 30,000, you make an extra $6,000-7,000. Plus, your 9,000, you make about 116,000, you are closer to $1,000 if you have two people working under you in the bank. You should go full time with that. In fact, what I say here is a minimum number. We have several people here who already make seven-figure income. We have many other people who make 2, 3, 4, 5,000, 600,000, 800,000, 900,000. Why not making 100,000? But you do 350 long enough, guess what you will be? Not next. Isn't that?
Yes.
You've been coached by me. How much you pay me? Nothing.
Zero.
How would you like to go to more business and have a guy like me to help you?
Wow.
All you have to do is just 315. Listen, I don't come here to do 350. I come here to not 15,000 points. Each month, I do 15 sales minimum a month. Because every night I take people out, and always, if I take a person go out with 3 appointments, or I have 3 people with 1 appointment each, usually I always come out 1 sale a month, not a month. But there's some night, because I take people recruiting, there's some night I have BPMs, so my career always 50 sales. You know how easy this business is? It's so easy. It's so easy based on my personal opinion. Because every night I go to people home. Let's say myself, she take me to Dr. June, let's say. Why the world should she me? If she don't want something, she never open the door. Anybody come to your house, let's say somebody gonna call you and say, we are from a solar company, we'd like to talk to you in Malay. Would you, if you rent to the house, or if your house, you don't want to buy a solar, would you want to hear somebody from a solar company? You don't want to explain, I'm busy, sorry. But the reason you let a solar company come to your house to talk, because maybe you have been thinking about solar energy. This is simple about how I think. If she let me come in the house, she probably have a door open here somewhere. She don't know what is that, but she probably wants something. Maybe she wants a product, or maybe she wants to look good business. And the only thing that I cannot get her because I don't have a good product, I don't have a good business, or I might just mess up myself. So first thing I know, Our product is the best in the world. Then we cannot find better product than this, because all the best companies with us. So it's not a product, it's not a service. So the other thing is that if she don't join, either we have with me and her. Because I mess it up, I talk too much, or I quit, or maybe she's not ready. Or maybe she have something. But my thinking is that every night if I'm going out and have 2 to 3 appointments, I'll get one. I walk the people home, I know they would not let me in unless they want something. So the only thing to me, I come in, I just come in to get a check. Decide either a check on the product or a check on the AMA. I don't like 3, 4, 5 sales a month. I like 50 sales a month. I like a lot of money, just few trained people. I have a good trading. I take them out and sometimes out of 3 people. I make 10 sales and I also trade another guy, make another 5 sales. That's easy. I think many of you here do the same thing already, it's not just me. I have guys in my team who do like 1 sale a day. I'm gonna say that we have a guy like Chico Rojas. He makes 2 sales a day, it's a bad day. Normally he makes more than 2 sales a day. I have Alex Chan, he's the #1 guy in the company. He makes 2 sales a day, it's normal. He usually makes more than 2 sales a day. In 1992, I was in Vegas, I listened to a guy named Brian from Western Reserve, which is the name of Transamerica Premier nowadays. Brian told me that thing in 1992, which is 31 years ago. He explained how $1 million, 31 years ago, by selling this product. And he makes like 2% of it. So Alex Johnson and I sit there and say, hey, if the guy did that, I think we can do that too. And that's why Alex Johnson become what he is today. I have a lot of people under us right now, means whether you on May or you name it, they are, the minute we walk through the door, we walk out, usually we have a service or product or maybe a day. So the business is not that difficult. It's just a matter of many people get the business because you're distracted about all other kind of questions. The only reason you don't have 3 recruits or 50K minimum because you don't go out and field this stuff. But if you are out the field every day, most likely you will earn over 100K with that. And you do that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years until you become financially independent. If you work out at 50%. Now, so step of 1 is prospecting and contacting. So then the step of 2 is recruiting. Do you recruit people, and how soon you get people licensed? This is something I send you out and fix it. Many times, you recruit them, you're so happy, but you forgot to get them a license. Usually you get a license, you go back a week from now, 2 weeks from now, tell them to get licensed. Is that most of the time we do that? So licensing and recruiting is 2 different steps. Recruit, 1 step, license, 1 step. That's a big mistake. If we can fix it today, you're going to have a license increase a lot. In fact, you should be licensed everybody in the team. So if I recruit Malai, If I recruit her and I get $125 on AMA, and a week later on, I come back to get licensed, sign up for licenses, she probably don't think about it. I just reduced my chance 50% for her to take a license, because from the day I recruit her and a week later on, or 10 days later on, she don't see the need for license to start with, or maybe she have a lot of negative, unnecessary, so she want to think about it. Let me go back to my career. In 1992, when I started WMA with a pre-WFG, we required to have free license to make a sale. Because VUL, you need to have life and health, first license. You have to have Series 6, Security Series 6, and Series 63. So 3 license to be able to make a sale. And if you want to become an SND, you have to take another license called principal license or supervisory. It's Series 26. So, don't you think license is important with us in 1992? Between 1992 to 2005, we sell nothing but VUL. Everybody needs to have 3 or 4 licenses to be able to do business. And later on, we need to have another license called 65 for advisor. I have 5 licenses. How many licenses do you have?
2.
So let me talk about licenses. You guys totally mess up in terms of licensing. How many here are from Texas? I just talked with Texas people yesterday. I asked how much the cost of licensing in Texas. They say $30 or something, right? Or 60, I don't know.
45.
45, okay? So I say, so why you sign up people and you sign up 145? Why will you sign up 170? Because 45, 145. Why you make it 2 steps? Why you don't make 1 step? To me, recruit people equal licensing. How can I tell you to work with me as a hairdresser and I say, hey, come work with my hair salon? But you don't, but just, I never asked her to get licensed. How can she practice? So if we recruit people without asking license from not day 1, but minute 1, license and joining is 1 step. Personally, I don't think you should recruit anybody who doesn't get licensed. So if somebody join me, I'll ask them, if I'm Texas, I'll ask them not to. The people who join me never have any questions. They join, they already licensed. I don't have to go step on 2 to come back 7 days, 10 days from now. What about other states? Each state has a different fee, but should add it on. Can you do that? Hello?
Yes.
In that case, the number of licenses will be increased and for your HR. And let me ask you, people who join and have license, don't you think they are a little more serious than the guy who joined without license?
Yes.
So when I recruit you, I would say, hey, I want to get license right away. I think I'd like you to have this in the next 2 weeks, so that we will
Carol.
pass and we will have
Carol,
money.
how much is testing now?
You learn something,
Yung license,
and you're gonna make money with this
$65. I think it's 16.
so I will give you
55.
fast license. Nobody gets you on a fast car. Can you fix that? Can you recruit people and license the same day and tell them, now, beside from the fee, $45, there is some, like, course, like,
Continuing course. Continuing education.
FX, is that another $25?
About more.
30. So recruit people, worry about that.
More in depth.
That including licensing and the exam, study.
So you already bought $30.
So solve all the problems.
Tsaka yung fingerprint.
All right?
VML and LTC. Magkano yung fingerprint?
So once you do that,
45 din.
I think we are in good shape. And now,
They send it to me.
the person on the way to get license, don't you think they are eager to go out the field to learn about the business during the first 30 days? They will do or they do whatever you want. You want to do 10-10? You tell them, hey, I want you to do 10-10. Because 30 days from now, you finish 10-10, you have license, you become an SA.
Yeah.
Move faster, please. Because right now, oh, by the way, I want to remind you again, it's a big business. Don't treat it like a small business or slow business. If you treat it, if you see the way you see it, the way it's going to turn out. If you see it slow, it's going to come out very slow. How can I build a business with 4 licenses and you cannot build a business with 1 license?
Business,
So,
not a small business or a slow business.
I challenge all of you here, come out here and fixing the 2 fundamental problems. Is prospecting, follow-up, recruiting and licensing, and make it fast. Okay? And you do 350? Let me tell you,
Prospecting.
my advanced program right now is proven. We are producing incredible results. If you do 350, you be part-time next, about 1 or 2, 3 years, great things will happen to you. First of all, you will start 350, you always make more than